There are compliments women hear all the time. You're beautiful, you're smart, you're amazing, and yes, they appreciate them. A polite smile, a soft thank you, maybe even a blush. But here's the truth, nobody tells you. Those words rarely make her feel something deep. They're safe, predictable, ordinary. But if you want to make a woman truly mesmerized by you, not just flattered, not just curious, but captivated, you have to say things that reach far beneath the surface. You need to speak to the part of her that's rarely acknowledged, the part that craves to be understood, not just noticed. Compliments that are rare, powerful, almost forbidden. These aren't the compliments she hears every day. These are the ones that leave her lying awake at night, thinking about the man who said them. They stir something inside her, something emotional, something primal, something unforgettable. Today, we're diving deep into the top 3 forbidden compliments that will make any woman crave your presence. And not just physically, she'll crave your mind, your voice, your energy. Most men don't realize that compliments can be a double-edged sword. Say the wrong thing, and it sounds fake or needy. Say something too common and she forgets it instantly. But say something rare, something that touches a hidden part of her psychology, and suddenly you're not like the others. You become the man she remembers. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes your secret weapon. A true Stoic man doesn't flatter to seek approval. He doesn't throw compliments like candy, hoping for affection. No, he speaks with intention, with precision, with power. When you learn this art, women won't just like you. They'll feel drawn to you in a way they can't even explain. So let's break down the top 3 forbidden compliments that will leave her completely captivated. Most men compliment women on what they see, her beauty, her style, her body. But what about her mind? Women are starved for compliments that recognize their intellect, and not in the boring "you're smart" kind of way. No, this one digs deeper. It's about the way she thinks, the angles she sees, the unique patterns in her perspective. Why it works because it shows you're paying attention to something most men miss entirely. It tells her, I see you, not just your face or body, but your thoughts, your inner world. It makes her feel rare, special, and that right there is powerful. It taps into her emotional core. She'll want to share more of her thoughts with you. She'll want to prove to you that her mind is truly worth admiring, how to use it. Next time she shares an opinion, especially something deep, unusual, or creative, look her in the eyes and say, that's a really interesting way to look at it. Honestly, I don't think I've ever met someone who sees things the way you do. And then pause. Let the weight of your words sink in. Watch her light up, not because you flattered her, but because you recognized her. This is one that hits her heart, not her ego. Because let's be honest, how often do women get complimented on their strength? Sure, they hear things like, you're cute when you're mad, or you're so sweet. But does anyone stop to acknowledge the way she holds it together when life gets messy, when the pressure's on, when things fall apart, and she keeps standing hardly ever? And that's exactly why this compliment is so powerful. You're not commenting on her looks. You're not focused on her charm. You're focused on her resilience, her grace under fire, her emotional intelligence when the world is testing her limits. Why it works? Because it sets you apart from every other man. Most men chase softness, beauty, submission. But a Stoic man, he recognizes inner strength, he admires it. And that admiration makes a woman feel valued on a level most men never even think about. It triggers something deep inside her, pride. Because even if she doesn't say it, she wants to be seen not just as desirable, but admirable. And here's the secret, when you compliment a woman's strength, she'll want to rise even more into that strength for you. How to use it? Let's say she tells you a story about standing up for herself at work, or taking care of a family crisis with calmness, or facing anxiety and still showing up strong. Don't just say, wow, that's impressive. Say, most people would have lost their cool in that situation, but you handled it with serious composure. That's rare. And then again, pause. Let her absorb that. You didn't just see her, you respected her. And in a world that constantly underestimates women, that kind of respect, it's magnetic. This one hits the soul, because whether she admits it or not, every woman, every human being wants to feel like they matter. Not just that she looks good, not just that she's fun to be around, but that she adds something meaningful to the lives of the people she touches. This compliment isn't about her appearance. It's not about charm. It's about her impact, her influence, her presence. Why it works because it elevates her. It tells her that she's not just nice to be around. She actually changes the people around her. It taps into her desire to be part of something greater. To know that she's a force of good energy, that without even trying, she inspires, uplifts, and strengthens others. And when you say this, especially if no one else ever has, she'll look at you differently. She'll feel seen, how to use it when you're out with her. And you notice the vibe in the group shift. People smiling more, laughing louder, feeling more at ease, or when she encourages a friend, lifts someone up, or says something that sparks positive change. That's your moment. Lean in and say, you know what I really love about you? You make the people around you better, and you don't even try to. It just happens. That's something really rare. She'll remember that moment because very few people make her feel that powerful. These are not your everyday compliments. They're not throwaway lines. They are surgical strikes designed to reach her emotional core. But the key: authenticity. Don't fake them. Don't use them as pickup lines. Only say them when they are earned. That's what makes them powerful. Women can tell the difference between a man who is performing and a man who is perceiving. And when she realizes you truly see her, not just her body, but her thoughts, her strength, her impact, she won't just feel complimented, she'll feel connected. This is where admiration turns into connection. See, most men think women want to be liked, but what they truly desire is to feel like they make a difference, that they inspire the people around them, that they're not just attractive but impactful. So when you look a woman in the eye and say, you inspire me to be better, you're doing something bold. You're showing her that she's more than just someone you desire. She's someone who influences your growth, your mindset, your path forward as a man. Why it works: because it satisfies a deeply human need to matter. It makes her feel important beyond her beauty. It makes her feel respected, not just admired, but honored. It forges a unique emotional bond, one built not on compliments, but on transformation. You're telling her, you changed me for the better. And few things are more intoxicating to a woman than knowing she awakens the best in you. How to use it: when she tells you about a risk she took, a dream she's chasing, or when you watch her stand tall in her values, speak her truth, or show extraordinary kindness. Pause, look at her with genuine, oh, and say, you know, you really inspire me to be better. The way you carry yourself, the way you face life, it makes me want to level up. That's something I don't take lightly. Her heart will melt. Not because you praised her, but because you placed her in your inner circle of influence. That's rare and unforgettable. This one is on another level. It's not about what she says or what she does. It's about what she radiates. Most people walk into a room unnoticed, but some bring a vibe and energy, a shift in the atmosphere. And when a woman does that, she doesn't always know it, but she feels it. And when you are the one to recognize it, when you name it with words so few men dare to use, you elevate her from being admired to being felt. Why it works: because it speaks to her essence. It tells her she's not just attractive, she's magnetic. Her presence affects the emotional temperature of a space. You're complimenting not what she wears, not how she looks, but who she is at her core, and that is rarely acknowledged. How to use it: next time you're in a group setting and notice how the room lifts when she speaks, how people lean in, laugh more, or feel more open. Say this: it's wild how the whole mood shifts when you're around. You bring a kind of energy that's hard to describe but impossible to ignore. Say it softly, like you're letting her in on a secret. She'll never forget that moment because for the first time in a long time, she'll feel seen, not just observed, but understood. These 5 compliments aren't about flattery. They're about truth, depth, and soul-level recognition. Most men try too hard to impress women with compliments that are predictable and forgettable. You're gorgeous, you're hot, you're amazing. And while those might make her smile, they won't make her feel moved. But when you master the art of giving compliments that touch her mind, her strength, her impact, her influence, and her energy, you create something deeper. You create an emotional pull. You become unforgettable. And when a woman feels seen, understood, and valued in ways no other man has made her feel, that's when true attraction happens, not surface-level infatuation, but soul-level connection. Because compliments like these don't just make her smile, they make her feel respected, admired, inspired, irreplaceable. So if you want to stand out, if you want to be the kind of man that women remember long after you've left the room, don't say what every guy says. Say what only a wise, intentional Stoic man would say. Speak to the woman's soul, and she'll never forget you.